I'm with T-Bob Hebert, former star center at LSU. T-Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing great. As you can see, I've gone local. We got a cowboy hat yesterday, so I feel like I'm finally ready for national media days. It's always great to be on with my Tennessee compatriots. And it's always great to be on with somebody who knows about Northwestern State and Natchitoches back in the day.
Exactly.
With all the old Cajun Cannon and Ed Ogeron partying it up, acting like fools.
How did you survive having Bobby Hebert as a dad and Ed Ogeron as a friend?
it was interesting, man. It's so luckily, I probably got the most toned down version of my father. I would say he got a lot of that out. So it was cool, man. Look, I love football, obviously, right? And I continue to love football my whole life. It was really cool growing up in that environment. Like, there's always the thing of is it going to be like a lot of pressure or this or that? Maybe it's because I didn't play quarterback. I never felt any of that. Like, it was nothing but a positive to have a father who played in the NFL, the insight he was able to give, teammates his old teammates I was able to work with. It was awesome. It was really cool.
It's just a rumor, but when your dad played at Northwestern State, Natchitoches, and Ed Ogeron was there, did they ever party?
I've heard tales that they used to consume, some adult beverages, that maybe like once or twice there was a fight, with maybe a frat boy over a female or something. Potentially a couple's overnight stays in what some would call a prison or a holding cell. But I don't know. I mean, these are all terms with various definitions. But yeah, allegedly there may have been some of that took place. No, I mean, my old man always says that they would have been kicked off any football team nowadays. So they would not have made it in the modern era.
And you believed in it?
Oh yeah, from the stories I've heard, I'd say that checks out. Yeah, absolutely do.
Have you got a love affair with Tennessee fans on Twitter?
I do. It started. I guess mine and Tennessee's journey started back in 2009 when we lost the game, but then we won the game because the ultimate Mad Hatter moment where, with a running clock.
Les Miles is the Mad Hatter.
Yes. With a running clock and time about to run out, we decided to sub from heavy to 5 wide. And it confused Derek Dooley so much that he thought he had to sub to match. Next thing you know, Tennessee has 13 people on the field. We thought we lost the game. We won the game. So I was the one who snapped the ball. And that was complete luck. I didn't know there were 13 people on the field, anything like that. But I ended up getting a lot of credit for snapping the ball, right?
You snapped it because the clock's about to run
Yes,
out.
Exactly. That was the only reason. I had no idea how many people were on the field. We didn't have a play call. It's a miracle we were lined up in a legal offensive formation. And so I just snapped it, and then you could see me freaking throw my helmet on the ground. I'm furious. I remember one dude, I'll never forget it. I was raging, but then one of the Tennessee players came out and he ran out and he hit like a back handspring into a full layout back flip, and even through my rage, I was like, wow, that was really impressive. But then next thing you know, though, flags on the field, 13 people. I have never experienced the swing of emotion that I did in that 30 seconds, or in that 5 minutes, right? From losing that game, that Les Miles was going to be fired if we had lost the game. That's what people don't know. That is guaranteed. If that game had been lost, he was going to be fired, and that's how close it got. Ends up going the other way. We win. It was super fun. I think we finished 11-2 that year too. Ended up 5th in the country. But so that's where it started with Tennessee, and then look. Y'all's baseball team's been pretty hot. Old Tony V got them boys rolling. And, I think they 5-0'd LSU a couple years ago, but I'm always one where I don't like to talk trash after the fact. I want to talk trash before, and I want to have my nuts on the line for the game. And so it started at the Super Regional a couple years ago. I basically cut a little wrestling promo, talking trash to Tennessee. Got owned. That's fine. Did it again this football season. Got owned. That's fine. But then I did it again this baseball playoffs. And what happened? The Tigers finally came through. So, I have a very fun rivalry with Knoxville, I would say.
Let me go back to that LSU-Tennessee game.
Yeah.
So you snap the ball with just a vert. Now, Les Miles was not known for his clock management.
No.
I think we'll all agree with that.
No.
But you snap it, you end up buying the penalty from Tennessee, and then on the next snap, was it Rondell Mealy that scored?
No. This would have been Stephen Ridley.
Stephen Ridley.
Okay, Mealy's a little old school. That's like Cecil Collins there. Rondell Mealy was a beast, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No, it was Stephen Ridley who ended up playing for the Patriots for a long time, was very good. But, it was such a crazy drive, dude. I think it was something like a 15 or 18 play drive when it was all said and done. At one point, we had 4th and like 15, and I'll never forget, they just put in, so Jordan was playing most of the drive, and then on 4th and 15, they put in Jarrett because he was like the throwing quarterback. And they're like, all right, go get us the first. That's why like people give, it's nice. O-linemen never get credit. And so I get a lot of love for that game, and I'll take it, dude. But I'm like, there were way more impressive plays in the run-up that had to be made to get there. And one of them was Jarrett just coming in like ice cold, 4th and 15. He gets the first down to Ruben Randall. And I wasn't even playing center at the beginning of the drive. The center got hurt in the middle of it, and I just switched over from guard because I played all over the interior. And then that comes to be like the snap. So it is just like long odd beat, weird thing after weird thing. And then we actually had a MA on the play. It wasn't me. I won't name any names. But so one of the linemen screwed up. And so Ridley got met in the hole. He got met in the hole. And he powered his way through. What I loved about it, though, tell me, is there anything more like old school true football than one play from the 1 yard line? No time. If you look, bottom line, if you score, you win. If you don't, you lose. That's like a true like test of will, like in the trenches, like. It was cool, man. It was cool to be a part of. Also, I had more family and friends at that game than anyone in my other career. My sister was dating an Australian at the time. And so there were like 6 or 7 Aussies in the stands. They'd never been to an American football game. And all of a sudden they're in Death Valley. There's 100,000 people raging and cheering. They're like, what in the hell did I just experience, man? So it was cool. It's one of my favorite memories of my entire life.
So they didn't really appreciate at the time how smart you were to snap the ball with time on the clock.
Again, smart is I'll take it. But one thing my old man did raise me on, there's an old saying, sometimes it's better be lucky than good. And I would say that is the case right there. And then I would also, my old man also frames it as, like I said, the ultimate Mad Hatter moment where it is so insane. So first off, there was like 30 seconds that we had no timeouts, right? We call it running play. We had no follow-up play. That's just bad football, right? So we get tackled in bounds. It's like 18 seconds left, clock's running, and again, we sub an entire personnel package. Like, that is so off the wall, just out of like pocket that it broke Dooley's brain. Again, because like if he had just stand pat, it would have been all good. But it's like you see somebody doing something and it's so confusing. You feel like you have to do something, and next thing you know, man, they just had too many guys on the field.
T-Bob, what are you up to now?
I host the morning show in Louisiana. We're out of Baton Rouge, but we're throughout the state. Off the bench, it's me and Jay Kester, another LSU legend. Well, I say another. I'm not an LSU legend. He actually is an LSU legend. And then that's called Off the Bench. And then me and Aaron Murray, former Georgia great, do a podcast called Snaps for Colin Cowherd. So youtube.com/@volumesnaps. It's very, very fun. A little R-rated, but very, very fun.
Did you get into media because of your dad?
Yeah, man. So when he got done playing, he didn't do anything for a while, and then he started doing Falcons radio, which nobody really knows. But then there's a legendary station down in New Orleans, WWL, has been around forever, Big Stick, 870, one of those AM flamethrowers, getting like 38 states a night or whatever. And so Buddy Delaberto was kind of a legend there. Well, Buddy passed. My dad had been doing some Atlanta radio, and basically they were like, come on home. And so he became that successor. And I mean, shoot, we're probably going on, I guess, around almost 20 years he's been doing that. So he's been like the voice of like kind of, not the in-game voice of Saints, but like post-game, afternoon drive. And so I kind of grew up around radio, and then I didn't think I wanted to do it, but I got done playing football, and I was kind of like, Man, I don't know. I don't really treat my academics correctly. I don't really know anything besides football. Like, I need to, and I was like, and I kind of like, I kind of like interviews and stuff. So I ended up kind of backing my way into it, and I'm a beneficiary of nepotism, right? Because that got my foot in the door at L. I was able to start doing some small stuff there, and then I've just tried to make the most of it since.
You didn't treat your academics correctly.
I ended up as a general studies major. But hey, look, I just have such a passion, for knowledge, such a thirst, that the idea of a major, how can I be contained to just one subject matter to study? I needed a little bit of everything. Thus, the general studies. It had nothing to do with the fact that I screwed up so badly one semester that I had to do it to stay eligible. No, that's not true at all. Yeah, which is crazy because now, like, I don't know. I feel like I would love to go back to school and get to learn stuff. Whatever. But
one other thing. What about these rumors about Ed Orgeron and Northwestern State?
Nothing to them. Now Northwestern. Northwestern State. Are we talking Natchitoches or are you talking Northwestern? Wait, are there rumors at Northwestern State?
Are there rumors about the one in Evanston?
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's what's funny is he was in town recently, Ed was, like we were talking about, and he was jogging around Natchitoches, he said his phone starts blowing up. And that's what the rumors about. The rumors are about Northwestern in Chicago, which, hilarious fit. I mean, that would be so much fun if Edo was suddenly the Northwestern head coach. So his phone starts blowing up, and I mean, none of it's true. I don't want to speak for him. I don't know that he wants to coach again. I think he is, he seems very happy, and who wouldn't be? He coached for over 40 years. He started sleeping on a cot in the Arkansas weight room. He eventually has the 15-0 national champion. He's the head coach. And then he not only did he make very nice money when he was in these jobs eventually, but then also he gets the $17 million buyout. And now his sons are all coaches. So now he's getting to spend time with them. He gets to go visit them in Miami, everywhere else. He just gets to live a normal life. And so I don't think he has any desire. I don't want to speak for him again. I don't know this. I don't imagine he has any desire to dive back in. And why would you? I remember like Chris Peterson from Washington, right? When he retired, he talked about one of the things that kind of pushed him to retire was he saw this comic, and it was of a person sitting on a bus with the windows drawn, and outside there's just this beautiful scenery, just stunning vistas. But the guy in the bus doesn't see it because he's just got the blinders up, he's got the windows drawn, he's just focused on his ride. And Peterson said that's how he felt about life. Like football was so all-consuming, and it has to be if you're going to succeed at a level these guys have. That he felt like I'm having all this success, I'm accumulating all this wealth, but like I'm just stuck in this bus. And so I think when you finally pull up those curtains and you look out the window, I think it's hard to think about one to draw them once again.
T-Bob, I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. No, brothers. Hey, in Tennessee, the LSU, like that's what an everything school looks like. Now, as I tried to tell you recently, Tennessee, everything but a ring? Yes, absolutely, but pretty good in everything, for sure.
Won the All-Sports Trophy. All-Sports Trophy.
Oh, I know, very impressive, dude, for sure. No, look, I actually do love the Volunteers. Knoxville is one of the coolest colleges out there, but also the stadium is stunning. I got to play there my senior year. Unbelievable stadium, and I'm a big fan of like medieval history. Ooh, and that orange and white checkerboard, I could just see like a knight in a joust with that beautiful shield. Ooh, looks so good. So I do have love for the Vols for sure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, y'all. Thank you so much, man.